All right, good morning, eighth graders. Happy Friday. If you're watching this, you've probably already remembered that there is no Zoom today. But if you do have any questions or you need any help after listening to this video, then please let me know and I will be happy to help you. So we finished, hold on, we finished The Outsiders yesterday. And then today I'm going to talk to you about your final project, and you will have time to start that as well as to wrap up any Outsiders questions and do your weekly checkout. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first is our book talk. Today's book talk is a nonfiction book. It's by these two people, Caitlin and Martin, who started a pen pal relationship when they were in 7th grade. I know Caitlin was in 7th grade. I think Martin was around the same age. And Caitlin was from the United States, the East Coast, and Martin was from Africa. So they wrote back and forth like all throughout their teenage years and things like that. And Caitlin actually ended up helping Martin to come to the United States for college. He is really smart and a very bright kid, and you learn a lot about like the differences in the countries and what Martin's life was like. And I thought it was super interesting, especially Martin's side of it. And I really admired like his dedication to getting an education and to being a good person and things like that. So it was really, really good. I highly recommend it. It is on the longer side. It's about 375 pages. So it is a book that takes a little bit of reading stamina, but super good, nonfiction, and I highly recommend it. Okay, so email me if that is something you want to read. All right, so excuse me, for our final project for The Outsiders, we are going to be doing a one-pager. Okay, and this might be something you've done today. I feel like maybe you did it in 7th grade. This is something you can do for almost any type of class, any book, and any grade level really can do it. It's just that it becomes more evolved and more professional as you get older. I'm going to move my picture a little bit right there. Okay, so this is a chance for you to not only show the elements of fiction, and which are the same as the elements of literature, from The Outsiders, which is what all of our mini lessons were about, not only for you to show your understanding of that, but also it gives you a chance to be artistic. But if you're not really artistic, it doesn't matter either, because then you can write more words and have little simple sketches. So doing a one-pager, you're going to incorporate your sketch note skills that we did a lot of at the beginning of the year. Okay, so a one-pager, what it is, and I'm going to show you some examples in just a moment, is a way to visually share key ideas and information from what you have learned. When you create a one-pager, you are trying to use both visual symbols, so pictures and colors, and important words to clearly and concisely share your most important takeaways with someone else, much like sketch notes. Okay? So for this one pager for The Outsiders, you're going to need a blank sheet of paper, okay? And you can use the back of a paper, you can use the back of a bill or something if you don't have pieces of paper at your house. You only need one side. When I do this thing in regular class, I usually give kids the option of having a template where there's just like squares and circles around on the paper, but even sometimes people choose to just do it on a blank piece of paper. Okay, so that's, right now I can't get to you a template, so you can make your own, or you can just use a blank piece of paper. This really, there's a few rules, but most of it's completely up to you. I want you to be creative. I want it to be your own. I want you to really make it something that is unique to you. Okay, so you're going to need a blank piece of paper and then something to write with. And it's preferable that you have colored pencils or pens. If you don't have that, you can use just a pencil or a black pen. I got some beautiful ones last year that were all done in pencil. Most of them look better colored, but that is up to you. So how you're going to turn it in is you're going to take a picture of your one pager and you'll submit it through Otis. It's going to be due next Thursday. You are going to be busy though, doing some other things. So I suggest getting started right away because we are going to be having an Outsiders final test as well. All right. So here are some examples of one-pagers right here, and I have a lot of them for you. I just looked them up on the internet. You can find some on the internet too. So these three are all really colored. This one down at the bottom, this shows some of the templates and some like less artistic, more simple ones. Okay. This one it looks like to me that it's from nonfiction and it's looking like it has primary and secondary sources. I don't recognize the piece of writing that that's from, but I just thought it was a beautiful sketch note. This looks like it's from the book Holes, which some of you have probably read. It's a great book. I should actually book talk that one. So here are 3 one-pagers. All right, and here are some more examples. So here's one. I can't read what this was called, but this shows someone who kind of broke theirs up into their own little sections to give it a little more direction. And here's another one. This one's about climate change. So it doesn't have to be a work of literature that you do a one-pager on. So I don't know for sure, but you could have done a one-pager on social studies or in science or something like that. And then here's some more at the beginning. Here's one that I love because it has something to do with Hamilton. But anyway, so these are all examples of one-pagers. So for your outsiders one-pager, there's a list here, and I'm going to go over it, of things you must include, okay? So you must include these things, but then the rest is up to you. So you need to have a border, including 3 key quotes from the outsiders, okay? So you can either draw like a physical border, or you can just write the quotes around the edges. But those are 3 quotes that just kind of stood out to you or meant something to you. In the upper left area, you're going to focus on a key symbol from the text, and you're going to include a quotation, some of your own words, probably explaining it, and then some kind of drawing to help bring the meaning to life. So I don't remember which chapter we went over symbolism, but if you're like, what's a symbol? You can go back and look at our weekly planner, and I will actually show that to you really quick, and look at when we did symbolism. So on your weekly planner, just waiting for that to come up. Okay, so I believe we did it one day last week. My computer's being slow. Okay, so we did it on October 6th. What was Katie's birthday? Okay, we also did symbolism. So in the slide deck and in the video, if you need a little reminder about what symbolism is, you can go back and re-watch that video or look at that slide deck, and that will explain symbolism to you. Okay, and then these are other mini lessons that we went over each day. Also, you're going to be talking about theme on the one-pager, as well as characters, plot, other things. But so you can go back and you can look at when we learned about theme. Okay, so that's that. That's how you, if you don't know what something is, that's how you can go back and look at it. All right, so in the upper left, we're talking about a symbol. You're going to have a symbol, a quote, and you're going to have some of your own words and a drawing. In the upper right, you're going to focus in on 2 themes from the text. And we went into a lot of information about themes. I told you about several themes in the outsiders. So you're going to choose themes that you felt were strong in the outsiders. So everybody could be choosing some different combination of the 2 themes. But you're going to choose 2 themes that you really thought were represented in the text, and you're going to represent those with words and pictures. I'm going to take out this extra period right there. All right, and then in the top center, okay, and you can do this along the top of your page, wherever, you're going to rate the novel from 1 to 5 stars. You're going to give it a rating, and you're going to defend your rating, and that just kind of means explaining it. Like, I gave it 5 stars because I thought it was great, or whatever. I gave it 1 star because it was the biggest piece of trash I ever read, okay? So you're going to rate it. Then in the middle bottom area, you're going to focus on Ponyboy. So you're going to have like a whole little area dedicated to Ponyboy. You are going to share words, quotations, symbols, or sketches that show who he is and how he changes throughout the book. So that has to do with character development that we studied, I believe, on Wednesday or Thursday. You can look at your planner if you need to revisit character development. Okay, so you're talking about Ponyboy. Okay, and then in the rest of the bottom area, Around Ponyboy, you're going to examine other key characters through text and visuals. Who stood out to you the most? Why? Okay, so you're going to choose who else you're going to represent on your one pager. You don't have to do everybody. And then the rest of your page, just like the examples, should be full. There should not be a lot of blank white space. Okay, so, but you can decide what you're going to put in there. Are you going to put in other quotes? Are you going to put in other symbols? Are you going to talk about the plot of the story? Are you going to focus in on characters or colors that were meaningful or places that were meaningful in the story? Okay, so you're going to just try and bring it alive as much as possible. Again, these pictures that I just got them from Googling one-pager examples. Okay, so you can do that too and get more ideas of what you want this to look like. Again, you're just working on a piece of paper right now. I have not put the assignment into Otis. I probably won't do that until next week. But when I do, then you're going to take a picture of your one pager and submit it through Otis. I've never done that myself, but I've had a lot of students do it, and it seems pretty straightforward and easy. If it is hard for you, though, you can also email me the picture, and that is just, you can text it to me by putting my email address in there. Okay, so we'll figure it out if you're having any trouble submitting it through Otis. Okay, and then the last thing today, you need to fill out your weekly checkout and submit that through Otis. Make sure that you get your chapters 9 through 12, I believe, or 8 through whatever, 10 through 12, whatever we had this week. Get your last chapter questions submitted. And remember, again, the last day to turn in any late work for our class is next Friday. All right. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a wonderful weekend. I will miss seeing you today, and I will see you on Monday.